They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans offense will get the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The play action fake. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Short throw to the sideline, complete, and he'll pick up the first down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it from the gun, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
The Spartans will punt this one away. Looks as if they might have a little something going there, but they'll have to kick it away. The Longhorns offense will get the ball for the first time. They're led by a sensational signal caller, and Jesse, one thing every elite quarterback knows is where to find the weak spot in the secondary, and there might be a few of them there.
Yeah, there's no mystery where this quarterback is going to be throwing the football and who he's going to be trying to pick on. They knew coming into this game this was going to be the matchup they want to take advantage of. Now, David, the defense and their coordinator are going to have to find creative ways to help out this cornerback and use safety coverage over the top, some zone to try and get him as many doubles as they can. But you can't double cover all game long. This guy's going to be on an island from time to time, and you know that's when the quarterback's going to go after him.
And I was about to say, dude, I'm not giving you that opportunity. I'm not putting him on an island. I'm going to use zone coverages. I'm going to try to hide him as much as I can. You see this all the time. You know you're at a deficiency. How do you mask it? How do you hide it? If he goes one-on-one on an island, that's a bad job calling defense.
Trying to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Manning. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll start this drive going to the air. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
And here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And the Spartans are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
The Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
And this defense doing a really good job with situational football. Both drives. Last drive gave up some yards, 0 points. This drive forcing a third and long. You bring on the pass rushers. You get after them in a predictable situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Spartans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Back to throw, it's Manning. Finds his man, it's Wingo. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Wingo. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
The give to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying play action. Finds his running back. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period will be a second down. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Fires to the tight end. Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback, after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Motion from the wideout. From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes one man miss. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate.
Touchdown, Longhorns! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bates. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun to give, looking for room. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll ride the hot hand. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes a grab over the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. Pass to Stix and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. Rustled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Trying to bowl his way in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
A 3rd and goal call here from the 2. Let's see if they can finish the deal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Trying to slam in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Texas. Coming out with it, it's Bate. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Works the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Makes the catch. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
He's got him. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll immediately call timeout.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Spartans.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half.
That makes the score Texas 20, San Jose State 7.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Texas.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
He picks up the first down. And you make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
And the Spartans will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Grab behind the line. It's Wingo. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Plenty of distance between them and the Stix here on second down. On the move. Spins away from one. Got enough for the first. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Wide open downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
The Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. He's in open space downfield. Oh, what a cut! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
The Longhorns trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second and goal for the offense. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And they've been able to get within 2 yards. Now will they try to throw it in for the score? On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Texas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Texas.
And he's coming out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out in the flat. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Finds his tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man, it's Riley. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, he makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football. The defense able to knock it loose.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Rides to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On third down, going up top. Snags him. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The extra point.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Smith.
The first down pass complete to the wideout. He runs out of bounds at the 43. Second down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The give to the tailback. Got enough for the first. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Gain of 24.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
He's tackled at the 12-yard line. Brings up second down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. He makes the grab. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. A first down run in the red zone. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Spartans.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
On to attempt the try.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
To the ground with the back. Finding an escape route. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
And the Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They'll give it to the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught behind the line. It's Wingo. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
Marked out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Third down coming up.
The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the offense is trying to go counter, but the defense blows it up, and they do it by getting penetration up the middle, setting up the tackle for loss.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Manning. A little release to the back. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Texas! And the pummeling has started.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
PAT unit on the field.
For the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bates. And the returner is stopped. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That's caught. It's Smith. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The Spartans getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Got his man. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Gain of 13. Good enough for a first down.
And the Spartans are marching down the field. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Quarterback on the keeper. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it down the middle.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games, and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game, run the football. Great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
And the Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Coleman. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.